Hi. Today I wanted to talk for a couple of minutes about the changes in the child care and child tax credits for 2021. A lot of you are going to be receiving your first advance payment of the child credit on July 15th. And there's a lot of confusion on the subject this year, and we wanted to go over it. So just kind of the highlights are the credit is being increased from $2,000 in the past per child to $3,600 per child under age 6, or $3,000 per child between ages 6 and 17. Now, these credits were reduced with an AGI of $150,000 for married filing joint, $75,000 if you're single or filing separate. Above those limits, the credits reduce $50 for each $1,000 above the limit. It will not be reduced below $2,000 per child until you reach an AGI of $400,000 for a couple or $200,000 for an individual. Then those credits of $2,000 are reduced again, $50 per thousand above those limits. Now, 50% of that credit is available to you on a monthly basis for the last 6 months of the year. The first payments are scheduled to be sent out on July 15th. And the timing on them, July 15th, and again, if you qualify for the full amount based on the latest tax return you have filed, children under 6 years old, you'll be $300 per child per month. Children 6 to 17, you'll be $250 per month. What happens to the other 50% is that it gets processed the same way as it has been in the past, as a credit on your tax return. Now, you do have an option to opt out of those, and the dates were too late for July. Those are being sent out, but you can go to this website at the irs.gov and unenroll for advance payments. And you can see here the deadline for August is August 2nd, September, August 30th. So at any time you can opt out of those payments if you want to. It's a good idea more than ever this year to take advantage of the tax projections that we can do for you and work with your planner to get a better idea of what your tax situation is going to be at the end of the year. Now, that child tax credit's not the only one that's going to affect most of the parents. There's child care tax credit changes, and the Dependent Care FSA has been increased this year as well. So for those of you who have child care expenses, in the past, one child, you were able to claim up to $3,000 and receive a 20% credit for those. For 2 children or more, it was based on $6,000 of expenses, and most of our clients qualify for a 20% tax credit on those amounts. 2021, those amounts are being increased to $8,000 for one child and $16,000 for more than 2, which is much closer to the expenses we see for child care these days. So if you do not have an Dependent Care FSA available to you, or you're not using one, figure 20% credit on the child care expenses up to that $8,000 or $16,000 limit. Now, that dependent child care FSA, if your employer offers it, definitely take advantage of it. That is probably the most underutilized benefit we see our clients not aware of or not taking advantage of. In the past, a couple could do $5,000 in the FSA. It is deducted from your W-2 income and is not subject to income tax or FICA tax. So there is an extra 7.65% savings on Social Security and Medicare when you utilize the FSA. It's not 100%, so you have to check how your employer's plan is written, but the majority of plans out there, it's pre-FICA, pre-income tax. Great benefit for you if your employer offers it, and the limit was increased to $10,500 this year. Encourage you to take advantage of it, work with your planner to get the most out of your employer benefits. And thank you for paying attention, and hope this makes more sense out of those tax law changes.